Yes, we have some good news. It's up all over, everywhere in New York. We do a lot of, not only the state, but we do all the demographics, and all the numbers are up except one, which is current confidence for the low income. But everybody else is up 2-3 points in general, but it's certainly better than going down. I think one of the things that happened here is not so much good news, but a lack of bad news. Consumers have been hit with negative economic news for the last several months, and now that's kind of died down a little bit. And actually, we may start to get some good news fairly soon. There were some reports out that house sales in April were up. The unemployment numbers are kind of stabilizing now, so things may be turning around a little bit. Not willing to predict that yet, but maybe. Yeah, that's fascinating. The index has the two components, a future component and a current component. If we look at what we would call people a little bit on the conservative side, the Republicans, the high income, the older people, they tend to feel better today than they do about tomorrow. Now, if we flip that around and we look at people who would tend to be slightly more liberal, for instance, the young, the low income, those people are more optimistic about the future than they are today. So what we really have is probably an Obama effect. The people that are a little bit on the liberal side are saying to themselves, these stimulus plans are going to work and they're going to help me. So they're optimistic about the future. On the other side of the coin, the people on the conservative side are worried that we're taking on so much debt, their children, their grandchildren are going to be burdened with this, and that things are going to get worse. So they're feeling a little bit better today than they are about the future. I certainly don't think we're coming out of the recession yet. We may be getting near the bottom and things may start to turn around, but clearly right now consumer confidence is very fragile. If things start to go bad, for instance, gas prices go up to $3 or $4 a gallon, if all of a sudden now inflation starts to raise its ugly head, you could see consumer confidence turn around and go back. On the other side of the coin, if we keep getting good news, the housing industry starts to come back strong, employment figures start to go up, then I think you can see it go up. So right now, I don't see a real trend. I think the consumer is going to react to what happens in the economy. We track the big items, okay? Cars, furniture, home improvement, homes, automobiles. 3 of those are up. Cars are up. Home buying is up. Home buying took a nice jump, and computer buying plans are up. So those 3 are on the plus side. On the negative side, we're looking at furniture, and we're looking at home improvements being somewhat on the downside. The biggest drop was in home improvements. And in a way, that might be good, because people improve their house if they tend to stay in it. If they're thinking of buying a new house, they won't spend money fixing the one they have right now. So perhaps we are seeing some good news in the home buying plans. Gas and food price reaction is really interesting. Right now, gas prices have stabilized. We've been around $2 for quite a while now, and food prices have kind of leveled off. And the consumer is adjusting to that. Amazing figures. The figures for March and April are almost identical. They're within a point of each other. So people have adjusted to food prices, they've adjusted to gas prices. We have about 4 in 10 think that gas prices are having a fairly negative effect on their family finances. For food, that's about 6 out of 10, but that's now staying relatively stable now that the prices have stabilized.